that I can never return to my world again.
On a journey for truth,
I'm going to see the Count at Forte Castle.
they will battle against the darkness and discover the light within themselves.
The time has come for everything to be settled.
Cross the bridge between dreams and reality.
Is it all really just a dream?
Eternal Sonata. Rated T for teen.
Hello and welcome to PlayStation 3 Classics. In this installment, the game is Eternal Sonata, released in 2008, developed by Tri-Crescendo and published by Namco Bandai. The game is also on the Xbox 360, but the PS3 version is the definitive release, offering extra content, reduced load times, and additional playable characters. Similar to their other games such as Valkyrie Profile and Star Ocean, Eternal Sonata is another incredibly lush, richly detailed RPG with a deep plot that goes well beyond what other games even attempt. The game is centered within a dream of famous pianist and composer Frédéric Chopin during the last hours of his life as he lay in bed.
He seems to have calmed down, hasn't he, Doctor? He doesn't look like he's in pain the way he did before.
It seems as though he must be having a pleasant dream.
Yes. Well, that would be nice. It would be even better if that means he's headed towards recovery, a full recovery.
It's said that people can have the most peaceful dreams just before they pass on.
What are you talking about? How can you say that?
I apologize. Hopefully, it's just an old wives' tale.
Frédéric.
Although sadness and death play prominent roles, there is still considerable beauty, tying in with the Japanese philosophy that a bittersweet story is superior to merely a happy one.
The rippling surface of flowing water transforms the soft light of the morning sun. The beams combine, becoming a spotlight that paints the stage. The flowers awaiting the curtain's rise display faces of bright red and brilliant yellow. They turn their ears to listen to the performance that is about to begin. Accompanied by the gentle rhythm of a babbling brook, the birds begin to sing. Meanwhile, a mischievous sea breeze causes a rustling amidst the leaves of the trees, disrupting the concert. It is a familiar scene, one that has unfolded every morning since the beginning of time. And even now, the daily overture continues, its delicate, perfect balance never faltering, never changing. In the midst of this joyous orchestration, at the center of the morning's discordant musical performance, lies a small village nestled deep in the wood. The name of the village is Tenuto. It sits atop a hill which overlooks the coastline. In fact, the town is only about 4 miles from the sea. Tenuto is very lucky in this regard, for the town enjoys a wonderful cool breeze and a view that is nothing short of amazing. And then there are the flowers. They seem to blossom almost everywhere in the town. They paint the landscape with color as far as the eye can see. And they are the reason Tenuto is also known by another name, the Village of Flowers. There is a harbor town at the foot of a hill that can be seen from Tenuto. When night falls, the lights from the town shine like diamonds and open the hearts of those who gaze upon their illustrious splendor. Under normal circumstances, one might expect to find a bustling shopping district for tourists in a village as beautiful as this one. However, no such shops are to be found, not here. In fact, the village is quite calm, almost strangely quiet. It is a place that exudes a peaceful tranquility, a tranquility that further increases its allure, as well as its mystery.
Eternal Sonata plays to the strengths of the PS3, using cell shading to such an effect that I can hardly believe this game is already nearly 7 years old. I mean, just look at this.
I guess I took longer than usual. Mom's probably worried about me. I'd better get home before it gets dark. The animals that live in the forest around here aren't really very strong, so I should be able to defeat them without too much trouble. But just to be safe, I'll go over the basics of how to fight again.
Similar to Namco's Tales of series, Eternal Sonata opts for an action-based battle system rather than a more traditional menu-driven one.
Oh, I'm so tired. There's so many people living in Retardando. Why won't any of them buy from me? And now... I see. I guess you don't want to be touched by me either. Coming by some of Tenuto's famous floral powder. It works very well. Please, give it a try.
Floral powder? I didn't know people still made that. What with the mineral powder we can get these days, why would anyone need that stuff? Now, I don't mean to be rude, honey, but floral powder just isn't useful anymore.
I guess no one around here wants to buy it.
Ow! Hey, what was that for?
What's your problem?
But I didn't do anything!
Who do you think you're talking to?
I
Are you all right? Well, did that help? Does it feel any better?
Stay away from me! Don't touch me!
Wow! Did you see that, Mom? She was glowing!
Come back here right now! Never go near anyone that glows like that girl did. Do you understand me?
But why?
Because I said so, that's why. Now come on.
See, Polka, and yes, that is her name, as Eternal Sonata uses more music puns than even the Mega Man Classic series. She's slowly dying of an incurable disease. Her magical abilities are a side effect of her illness. The slow death of a 14-year-old protagonist is not something that games usually cover, but this is Tricrescendo. Their games have elements like this all the time.
I'm home.
Welcome back, Polka. Oh, you must be exhausted. I've made some nice hot stew.
Mom, are you afraid to touch me?
You used your magic in Retardando, didn't you?
Why does everyone avoid me?
Because they think they'll get sick if they touch you, even though it's not true. I'm living proof that it isn't true. After all, I live with you and I'm fine.
I'm not afraid of dying from the illness, Mom. It's just, well, I'm just sad that no matter what I do, I can't make any friends.
Polka.
The things that Frederick is seeing, is it all really just a dream? The difference between dreams and reality may very well just be relative.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
Well, I don't know. I guess it just came into my mind when I was watching Frederick's face while he was sleeping.
That may be more true than we know. Perhaps what Mr. Chopin is experiencing is not a dream. Only the individual can determine what is a dream and what is reality. Just because his eyes are closed, that does not necessarily mean he is dreaming. However, if he comes to think that the world he's in on the other side is the true reality, then...
Then, it's possible he may never return to our reality.
Olga, there you are. I was wondering where you went when I didn't see you in your room. Retardando certainly is beautiful at night.
Do you think so? Somehow, when I think back on it, I get the feeling it was much more beautiful when I was a little girl.
Yes, well, things always seem nicer in our memories. It's still just as beautiful. You'll have bad dreams if you stay up too late. Come on, let's get some sleep.
Is Retardando really the same as it's always been? Really?
No, it's not. This place used to be much more beautiful. You have a heart that sees the world with open eyes, don't you?
Who are you? And what are you doing out here this late at night?
Everything in the world slowly fades with time. It is very difficult to remain still and keep things exactly as they are in just one particular moment. But because everything shifts only a little bit at a time, no one really notices the change.
Wow! So you can use magic powers too, Frederick? Oh, but then that must mean you're like me. And that you're gonna die soon too.
Yes, you're right. I'm afraid that may very well be true.
So, what kind of magic can you use?
Well, essentially any and all kinds of magic. After all, this whole world is in my dream.
You're a strange man, Frederick.
No, it's true. Everything around us is all a part of my dream. Even you are just a product of my imagination.
Okay then. If what you say is true, can you tell what I'm thinking about right now? If we really are inside your dream, then reading my mind should be easy for you.
Of course it is. You were thinking that you don't want to use your magical abilities in front of other people anymore. Am I correct? I don't blame you for feeling that way. No one likes to be hurt.
Frederick, there's something I'd really like to show you, but it's in the forest. Would you come with me?
Huh? You want me to go with you to the forest? You mean right now?
Yes, because it can only be seen at night. do my best.
I mentioned earlier that the battle system is similar to Tales. What makes it unique is that there is no magic point system at all, just the number of attacks you can make per turn. Also unique is, rather than multitasking in different spells, each character can only use a single spell, although the magic or special attack each character has depends on if they are in light or shade. For example, Polka's magic in light is Orange Glow, which restores HP. If she is in shade, however, her magic becomes Shade Comet, a long-range offensive spell. The key to success in battle is to shift between light and shade depending on the circumstance.
Sacred signature.
Do not be ashamed.
How pitiful. You soulless creatures.
I've cut a lot of content here just for the sake of time, but rest assured, there is still plenty of the RPG stuff that you guys all love. There's talking with NPCs, exploring dungeons and town, grinding, and more. I recorded well over 2 hours of gameplay here to just get what I'm showing you now.
Leave this place.
Orange glow! Orange glow! Good!
Più grave. Leave this place.
Shade Comet!
My journey continues.
I guess it's kinda dangerous out here when it's late at night. The animals in the forest never used to be this aggressive before.
By the way, you never told me if I'd answered your question correctly.
What?
Of course, this is all just a story in my mind, so I'm sure there's no way I could possibly be wrong.
Come on, it's almost time. We have to hurry if we're gonna make it, Frederick.
Wait!
These flowers are what I wanted to show you.
Flowers?
Just watch. They're about to blossom.
What are they?
They're called Heaven's Mirror. They're like a reflection of the starry sky on the meadows. This is the only place they bloom in the forest. These flowers never bloom during the day, only at night. When the sun is up, they stay in their buds, but they're able to absorb sunlight with their leaves. And after night falls, they let out all the light they've stored when they blossom. It always happens at exactly 2 o'clock in the morning.
They're beautiful. Absolutely stunning. It truly is a wondrous sight.
But they're also called death lights.
Death lights?
The sun brings life, but the dark brings death. And these flowers bloom in darkness. So, darkness is evil, light is good. Whether you want to call them Heaven's Mirror or Death Lights, that's up to you, Frederick. But it seems like, these days, nearly everyone has taken to calling them Death Lights. Long ago, it was thought they looked like the light that guided people to death, since they blossom the opposite of regular flowers. Even now, a lot of people don't like these flowers. To many, they're still considered a bad omen. That's also how they think of me. Frederick, you said before that this whole world is all just a dream you're having, right? But if you're in your own dream, how can you be so completely positive that what's happening is only a dream? And if what you're experiencing in the dream is so realistic to you, how can you even tell what's actually the real world? And to prove my point, you didn't read my mind earlier. You were wrong. I was thinking about leaving Tenuto. I want to go out into the world and live my own life, even if that life only exists inside your dream. I don't know how much time I have left to live, but I want to live what's left of my life in a positive way, bringing happiness to others. I just want to help people somehow. Like these flowers, even though people call them death lights, they still blossom and struggle to live on.
You're going to leave the village? But where do you intend to go after you leave Tenuto?
I'll go to Forte Castle, and then I'm going to meet with the Count to ask about the taxes on floral powder. Because right now, they're hurting everyone in the village. You know, you should be happy you couldn't read my mind. Since you can't use magic, it means you don't have an incurable illness. Please, stay at my house tonight. I'll tell my mom you're coming. You're a guest in our dream world, after all. That's not something that happens every day.
If you have any comments, drop them down below, and I'll see you guys next time.
A flower that resembles you. A bad omen, death lights.